welcome to the stream. We're beginning off here exactly on the page that we left off last time, and we're going to fill this bad boy out a little bit more today. So, now that we have begun, what we're going to be doing is I got some reference in Invincible Classic. Very common thing for me. I like the art style. It's easy for me to copy a little bit from action poses, get some interesting dynamic poses going. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I got a frame here, and we're going to probably take up all of this lovely space here. And I think if we have time, we're going to do a big old color sesh by the end of this too. So first things first, we're going to get some shapes here going. Now, first shape is, actually, I'm going to move our classic head that we've got here before we continue. Just get it a little bit smaller and out of the way. There, if we do this, actually we should make sure that the size stays the same. There we go. Oh, and I screwed it up. That's okay. There we go. There, now we have a clean area to work with. Let's get our pen out and get to work. Maya, can you jump on and make sure that everything is working, the sound and stuff? Make sure that there's no music playing as well, because I have music on Spotify going. So, barrel sections coming like this. We're going to do some messy art to start off. Try and keep it a little bit confident, but who knows. Then we got a wedge shape here. And we've got something like this. Now,
your volume's good.
Volume is okay. Good, good, good. Shoulder. Other shoulder is much smaller. We've got an arm sort of coming closer and closer to us, like so. And then something like this. One thing, we can adjust that a little bit. And we're just going really messy here, getting some basic concepts done before we get into any sort of clean art or detail. I saw that like Maya.
I'm listening intently to see if I can hear my own chewing.
What's that?
I said I'm listening intently to see if I can hear my own chewing in the background. I can't.
Invincible's got such a tiny little chin. How's the art going? It's going. It's just happening. We're just continuing off this live stream page that I've got going. How is your art going? This other arm is going back. Something like that. And then like so. Oh my, I smell what you're eating and it's killing me. I gotta get a live chat going on this screen eventually. So one thing is this arm is looking a little bit thick. And shoulder come like this a little bit. That's awesome. Getting 3 subscribers from a video is like really good, especially if you're starting off. After the stream, I'll have to check it out and leave a like. What type of stuff do you animate? Something like this. This is gonna be a really fun once I get some more of the other shapes that are happening in this little frame that I'm copying. It's gonna really come together and be a cool drawing, I think. Man, connecting the pelvic wedge to the barrel just, I have so much trouble for some reason. Like this. We've got an odd tilt here. Ryan Otley's got some very interesting dynamic poses, especially I'm sort of later in the Invincible series, so it's he got better and better as time went on. Oh my goodness, that'd be awesome. Doing your own show. What type of show? Like an animated superhero type cartoon, like Justice League, or like more like anime, like cartoon? Like what type of show would it be? Mid mortal. Duplicate is awful. That's one of the shows that finally got my wife into some superhero stuff. Concerning Hobbits just came on, and now it's a vibe. Something like that. And this foot's going to be a little bit bigger because it's closer. Yeah, I'm excited for next month, is it? When the new season pops out? It's going to be really cool. Sci-fi space, that's awesome. Yeah, I have a sci-fi uh, sort of space adventure comic that I want to do. Uh, that's one that I actually would want my dad to draw because he's massive into Star Wars, and I think it'd be really fun for us to do as a partnership. I wish YouTube didn't have copyright stuff. Like you can put any song, whatever, on shorts, but it's like, no, during your live stream you're gonna get a copyright strike if you put music on. It's like, okay, I guess. It's like if you're putting the what the music is, who the artist is in the description, it seems like it's just more marketing, but whatever. Okay, this arm is looking a little funky. And this hand, we can come in and draw that right now. Okay, guy gets stuck in space and wants to get home. Sort of like a Gravity. Is that movie? Gravity situation, but maybe a little more sci-fi. Oof. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. We're gonna need to zoom in a bit. YouTube's just the worst how it runs things. Feel like if I agree with that, the algorithm will work against me. But it's impossible not to agree with that. His finger's cut off a bit. It's really hard to see what I'm drawing over here because it's really small on my reference too. Clean that up a bit. That might make it a little better. I think that's looking a little too small. So let's do some digital cheating here. How? Where's... For some reason my buttons aren't working on the side here. I have to manually click things. Oh yeah, digital cheating. Let's go. Just get it a little bit bigger. Something like that. Okay, my pen is working. Is it now? Oh, everything's working now. Okay. All right, let's get some of the color prep done. Now I'll come in and clean this in a different layer eventually. Oh, right now I'm drawing on 2 layers or just 1. I don't know what's happening over there. Yeah, shorts are weird, and they changed the algorithm stuff so fast. It's like back when I first started YouTube, it's like completely different to now. It was so much easier to get for smaller people to get views. Like I did Minecraft videos when I was really young, like when I was 12 to 14, and when I was doing live streams on that, I was getting like 20 subscribers a live stream, and it was crazy. Now, if I did that, I would not. I'd probably really struggle to get anyone watching. I guess it's also an oversaturated market. Oh, my foot is asleep. I desperately need a desk. I think that this we want in front. And with this one, we want it to sort of... I think we want more angles here. I'm going off script here. Yeah, you have a good one too. Thanks for joining. I'll check out, after the stream, I'll check out your animations. I actually... Once again, my buttons aren't working. Something weird is going on. There we go. You know what? I think what we want... It's more or less what we already had. And I think that this head is actually a little bit small. If we pull it down like that, that might be a little bit better. Yeah, that's looking better. So now we've got, before I add too much detail over onto the wrist here, I need to prep the shape for what's happening here. And as we're going, you're gonna notice that Invincible's getting smoked in a second. Something like that. And we got Invincible's hand is peeking out here. We got him a little bit flat. Grab a little sip of my drink. If you're joining the stream now, not to send you somewhere else right now, but I just posted a video the other day showcasing 30 days that I drew in a row and sort of just looking at if I made any improvements. And I think I did actually, made a few. Got at least to a point where I can draw on a stream confidently, and that's something. One of the problems I find drawing digitally is losing sight of the size and proportion that things are supposed to be. It's very hard for me to, because I'm zooming in different places, and then it's like, oh, I made it too small, I made it too big. But luckily with digital, at the same time, you can also just use your what is this, lasso tool, sweep around things and make it a little bit nicer. I just can't look at this mess anymore. Gotta clean up a little bit. Now we've got Invincible in the black suit here, and everything's pretty torn up. So we're going to be drawing some clothing rips, which I actually don't have a lot of experience with. It's going to be nice to do something a little bit new on stream. Practice something that I haven't really practiced before. Make these ankles a little bit thinner. There. And once we add details, these will start to come together a little nicer, and we'll clean up the lines eventually too. Ooh, marking up everywhere. wonder if I could set up to do a physical drawing stream ever. I don't even know. I'd have to Google some tips because I don't even know how to start on that. But that could be interesting. Hmm. Get that crotch area looking a little better. One thing that I think we need to adjust is the angle of this leg is off. And to do that, I'm gonna what are we doing? Something like this. No, I'm on my eraser tool. Wrong tool. What's happening? Am I wrong? Oh, I was on the wrong. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Switch back to that. Oh, I gotta adjust how I'm sitting here. My back is not doing good. Okay. That's a little bit better. There. That's looking a little better. The weight of everything is going to come together a little better. I'm gonna adjust the rotation of this leg a little bit too. Okay. There. Things are starting to come together a wee bit. All right. I think we've got some basic shapes of Invincible here. Obviously, we're not getting any color or anything in, but that's not the goal yet. think next the move is to get good old Conquest over here coming. And with Conquest, his hand's coming around invincible. And actually, before we move on, let's get this hand over top a little bit. I got something like that. And then like that. And then this goes like that. Got a connector. See, I said in my video, my most recent upload, that hands were one of my strongest things. We're about to put that to the test now, aren't we? See how truthful I was, and it might come out where I just don't know what I'm doing at all. Something like that. Alright, now if we clean up these lines a little bit, I keep going to my eraser, and I think that's what's screwing me up. Oh. Okay, let's do this. Switch back. Hello.
Having fun.
Want to see what I've drawn so far?
Sure.
Oops.
Ooh. Oh, you're always so good at hands.
I just said, I said in my last video that hands were my strongest thing. It's like, now I'm putting it to the test live.
Yeah, no, that's great.
You're seeing the reference. I wish I could get the reference on screen. See, once I have my desk set up, I could always put this on and then have my webcam looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
Or I can just get a digital reference and
Or
put
you
it
could
on the
just say,
screen.
trust me, guys.
Trust me, guys, it's gonna look nothing like what I want it to look.
Okay, I'm turning on the top for a bit. I hope it's not too loud. Is that too loud?
Yeah, it's pretty loud. It's okay. Just, are you doing all the dishes right now?
No.
Okay. No, if you're filling a glass, no, that's no big deal. As long as you're not doing it for an hour.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, I have music that I really want to sing to, but I can't.
I know. I'm sitting here beside you and I'm trying so hard not to hum.
Actually, I think I want to make that come out like that. I think that'll be nicer. can just adjust this. Continue this line and then come down like that. Okay, now go back to this hand. Something like that. This is looking a little too fat, this one. It's a little better. Grab a little sip here. And I gotta give my legs a second. So I will be right back. Give me 30 seconds here.
Oh, your bones cracking on the mic.
Did I eat a coffee crisp last night?
Yes.
I did?
No, you did this morning. Or no, last night. Yeah, you did.
A whole one?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, I guess I won't steal another one.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it's not.
You still unmuted?
No, I'm not muted at all. My leg's very asleep. You said I'm good at hands, but I'm looking at this hand now and I hate it.
No, I think that's great. Am I crazy? Oh, maybe it's just the angle I'm seeing it. I don't know. I think that looks pretty good.
All right, almost ready to come back.
Judah, don't crack your bones on.
Is that what's that? I can't hear.
Your knees are cracking like nuts.
I'm stretching.
You're doing an ASMR chewing thing on the screen too? On the mic? So you're doing an ASMR chewing thing on the mic too?
That would be the worst ASMR ever. All right. Back to it. I think part of the problem is this thumb isn't thumbing. No, I think I just made it worse. All right. Give me a second here. We do that. Does that make that too long looking? Maybe not if we extend these as well. Make that bigger. Maybe like that. Is that better? Any better, Maya?
Pardon?
Is that any better?
Oh yeah, I think that, yeah, that is better.
All right. So we're gonna run out of space here. I gotta shrink this whole thing. Unfortunately, that's okay. We can just zoom in further. How did? Uh-oh. When did that happen?
What?
Oh. I know. I have something invisible right now accidentally. Okay, move that up, and that should... Is that enough space, do we think? I think that's enough space. I muted this. I was like, why the heck is that color missing? But if we switch to this... Alright. Okay, so now with this, we're gonna draw it really light for a second. Might not even come up on your screen. For those of you who might be watching. Something like that. And his heads. Let's see. My natural struggle to draw circles. My curse. Ooh. Ear. His chest comes down. This is another weird angle, like very twisty motion on the body. And we're not seeing a lot. If we came up like this, it'd be something like that. And then something like that for the chest. Erase that. Actually, I did that wrong. I should have placed this later. Right, something like that. Now this guy, Conquest, has some massive, massive features. Everything on him's huge. Shoulders, arms. And I find when you're drawing like massively proportionate people, it looks really awkward until you get the whole picture of what you're drawing done. It could just be me. Actually, I think I drew that a little off. That's a little better. Let's clean that up, that line. And then we can draw it simpler. Sort of like so. Now, Conquest has also got a really mushed head. sort of some circular features, but a really wide jaw. Sort of like the opposite of Invincible, where Invincible is sort of really narrow and lengthy. Conquest is just like beefy and bulky, and that's probably what Ryan Otley was going for. Was going for a menacing opposite to Invincible. He's also an older guy, so we're gonna have a lot of wrinkles on him once we get to some detailing. His earlobe's quite big, not that big. Otley actually sort of keeps a pretty oval shape for his character's ears. Oh, my foot is asleep again. Now with this arm, we're seeing very little of the... Actually, one thing that's screwing me up here is everything's a little bit too wide. So let's erase this and restart over here. Let's see. Put this a little bit lower. this is all going to be black in here. And he's got this gauntlet thing where I think this hand is still a tiny bit small. So we're going to go down here, and the thumb looks like it's to proportions, but this guy, I think, could come out something like that. Something like that. Now, we're only seeing one leg in this pose. Let's zoom in a bit here. Something like this. Like so. We actually just have some like skirt cape material over here. The other leg is too far behind the body, straightened out because he's flying, and we're not seeing that. Actually, I think the before is a little bit better here. Clean this up. There's something like that. How we looking, Maya?
Oh, that's looking great. Oh my gosh. That's actually really good.
Oh, you hit me, and I don't know how, but I switched to the eyedropper. I honestly don't know how that happened. What's cool with live streaming this too is I sort of keep a tally at how long these types of things take to draw, and I like that because I sort of can see how much I've improved in speed as well as everything else. And that's something that I try and improve consistently. Okay, so let's zoom in here a bit because we've got some cleaning up to do. And I think I know what I want to do. Oops. Go back. Okay, first things first is this thumb, I think, was in the right position and the right size. So let's get that going. And then I had the right idea with this pinky finger, where we're coming down like this. Coming up like that, and then coming across like so, and then that sort of wraps around, and then like that. And that's going to be our pinky. And with this is right at the knuckle. Usually how I draw this is I'll put points like so, and then you just wrap around. Oh, I think it just auto-saved on me and did some weird stuff. So something like that, except we want to straighten that line out a little bit more. Something like that. Now, keep it like that. And then come out here. Do the same idea. Follow the same pattern. And then once again, come up here. Follow the same pattern. And then come over on the last finger, except this one's gonna be making this line a little bit bigger like so. And then one thing, I think that's good, but then we go like that, too pointy. Something like that. And then I think we can come down more on a straight line and clean this up. With this, that would be our thumb placement. And you know what? Let's get the liquefy tool, and I'm gonna adjust these a little bit because I think they need to be lower. Something like that. And then we can just adjust this one here. Something like that. If we zoom out, how's that looking? I think the only problem here, major problem, do see some issues, is that this is looking a little funky. Just gotta straighten these out. And I think that's good enough for now. And then once we go to fully adjust, we'll clean it up a little bit more even. And I think that this is still looking a little small, even though we adjusted it earlier. Now, I think the whole thing is looking small, and that's my problem here. So we're gonna grab the whole thing and stretch it out like so. And I think that already is a little bit better, but if we make it even just a tiny bit more, how's that looking? That's much better. All right. So I think what we're gonna do now is just put a little more finer inking in, and then we're just gonna go through and adjust it, make it clean, and then we can add some color. We're not going for perfection here. Just get some something worth looking at. So in here, we just get a lot of indenting, a lot of folds in the clothing. And I think what we want to do before we go any further is add a little bit of facial expression. But before we do that, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break and we will be right back. Oh, did we lose the stream? That gasp. No, it looks like we're still good. That was weird. It's giving me a weird thing. Oh, it's just telling me the audio was off. Alright, we're fine. We're okay. Continuing forward, I'm going to add some facial features here. And this is going to be a little complicated. Less so for Invincible, more so for Conquest, because Conquest has a very odd angle that we're looking at. So let's zoom in on Conquest. Let's do the difficult one first. And it's more interesting at the same time. More interesting to look at. And I'm just excited to get this face in. So first things first, let's clean up this disgusting ear. Clean up everything here. Okay, now let's just figure out where everything goes. Eyes are coming like here. Nose is pretty close to the eyes, scrunched up. We have an open mouth thing going on and a very thick mustache. So something like this and like this. I think we went a little small on the mouth here. No, his teeth are pretty funny because they're like all missing. And they're all different shapes because they're like broken and stuff. One thing I like about Ryan Otley's drawings is his teeth are very interesting to look at in every frame. Sometimes he draws all of them, sometimes he doesn't, and there's a lot of just fun stuff to look at in each of his frames. Something like that. And we're gonna ink a little bit as we go. I realize now I don't have a button for the bucket tool. Something like that. And then once we get the mustache in here, we're gonna be looking a little bit more like our good old Conquest. I think we're drawing a little too heavy on the brush. First off, let's close this in. Okay, that's good. Zoom in a bit more. Let's get rid of this. And the hardest things live streaming while trying to focus like this is freaking talking. It's a little easier when I have comments going, but when it's just me focusing on little details, it's like, oh my goodness, what the heck do I talk about? All right, so mustaches. You got another thing, anything with hair, not good for me to draw. Something like this. There's a big fat blood splatter in Invincible style, blocking off some stuff. But something like that. Maybe more like that. Yeah. That's good. Alright. Moving on to nose. Alright, we're looking at really small features here now, so this is going to be a little bit difficult to get an exact copy. So we might be guessing a little bit. It's got a pretty wide nose. Hmm. Sorry, just trying to analyze the heck I'm doing here. Something like that. I think it's time we got rid of this stuff. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Swung everything away. Okay, so I think what we have a problem, a slight problem, slight issue. We'll fix it in a sec. Actually, we'll fix it now. Okay, so slight problem is these features are a tiny bit too small. And then to the side a little bit too much. There, that's much better. I always do that. I draw the features way too small when I already have the head shape. And now that we've done that, this is a little off center. So let's grab the nose. Oops. And then we'll do a little tilt like so. Okay. And then the next thing I want to do is grab this and do a slight tilt. Just minor adjustment, like so. Let's redo this nose. All right. Oh yeah, that's starting to come together now. Okay, so with this eye is like dead. It's a little more squinted. And it might be easier to draw the brow first. I think that's what we're gonna do. Brow cuts in like this. Amen, Joaquin. I completely agree. I'm actually listening to what is this? Maverick City right now. As I draw just off the live stream, but I couldn't agree more. Thanks so much for joining. Oh man, I'm so bad at hair. And he doesn't even have much hair. It's just awful. Let's grab this. We'll lighten this up. Switch back to our pen, switch back to this, and then just come in a little bit less dark. Oh. Okay, so with this hair, peeks out a little bit like this. And then off the head, it comes out like that. And then sort of like, oh boy. I need like a method to train and hone my hair drawing skills. Something that I just can't get. Something like that. What?
Bailey texted me something funny.
Hmm. See if I can't get this eye now. It's so simple and yet so not happening. What if we just move that right there? Something like that. Now, he's got a gnarly old scar. Running like so. And then running all the way across here. And then sort of thick, gets thin. How's that looking, Maya?
Ooh! That looks great! Oh my goodness, that looks fantastic, actually.
She acts surprised because she knows I'm actually a terrible artist.
What? No, 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 no. I don't know. Every single time I see you draw something new, it's always better than the last time.
Oh, I'm gonna be excited to draw this. I mean, color this. Bright lights. It's no longer Maverick City. I'm excited if I ever get like a whole bunch of streamers to do like raids and stuff. I feel like that's something that's not on YouTube. It's like just on Twitch, so it'll be fun to sort of bring that to life to YouTube a little bit if I ever get to that point. Who the heck knows? There. Oh, I made a mistake, didn't I? Oh, no, it just didn't work. Actually, sort of did that little mess up. More like that. Yes, sir. And this bad boy, all of this. There, Maya.
Oh, dude, it's going so great.
Now, he's got some annoying to draw uniform patterns going on. So we'll do a little bit of that. Was it 3 bands? Looks like 3 bands. One more. Like so. And then he's got another one right on his forearm. This one's 2. Nope. Let's keep this like that. And then one more. Like so. And he's got one going over his whole body here. Connecting through there. And then we're going to connect it up to there. Okay, it's easier to pull long lines like that, so we'll go from here. Fix it a little bit down here. Like so. And we can erase some of this because we've got a little uniform thing going on. Something like that. A little sloppy, but what are you gonna do? Actually, we'll come. I know what we'll do. All right, so that's looking like a decent conquest. One thing we can add, I guess, a little bit more. There's some details up here I could add. Some more shading. One thing I actually missed is there's a little bit of cape that is showing. Sort of like a lieutenant's cape. There, conquest is done inking Maya.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry, not quite done. Still something to do. This hand. And Otley had to make the most annoying patterns for the hand. Bro decided to add complexion to his drawings. Respect it, respect it. Like that. Got circular thing like there. And then something like this on each one. Dang. There. Now I think we've got Conquest inked. Now there is some, I could blue line it and then go in and adjust, but I think we're gonna move to Invincible for a little bit here. Just save up. Okay, so for Invincible, costume's pretty simple, so there's not much to actually do to the costume. What we're focusing more on is getting that face done. And I can adjust the spine here. Let's actually do this. Like so. All right, let's zoom in on this bloodied up, bruised up face. It's gonna look weird because his eye is just a puffy mess. Okay, so first off, let's clean up. Okay, so eyes are coming here. some reason, my biggest flaw in drawing is getting Invincible's goggle eyes, which should be like the easiest thing to draw ever. Don't know why, I just cannot draw them. This one will be easier though, because it's one of them's broken. Hmm. The nose is gonna make not a lot of sense until we get color in. One more thing. Grab the lasso again because I gotta adjust up here. These stupid goggles, man. Something like that. How are we doing? Okay, hair. Actually, before we do hair, let's zoom in it nice and close. All right. Hair. Now we can come in, clean that up. Okay. Look at that. Really starting to come together now. Now I'm going for 2 hours. I think I'm gonna actually end it here, and the next stream we're gonna go on and get some coloring and do the final touches on the inking, and that will be it for this stream. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to be notified the next time we stream, and have a good one.